said? What if I looked around at everything with love? What if I heard? What if I gave? What if my hand reached out to everything with love? What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within His Spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. And I know the first step begins within me. What if I felt perfectly whole? What if my heart opened to everything with love? What if I knew only the truth? What if my mind accepted everything with love? What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within His Spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. Yes, we're gonna be what we've come here to be. Oh, Mother, Father, Spirit, guide us from above. Our sons and daughters look to us to show them love. Come, sisters, brothers, let's hold hands and sing as one, that we will be what we've come here to be. Yes, we're gonna be what we've come here to be. What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within His Spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. Yes, we're gonna be what we've come here to be. What if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? Love. What if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? What if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? What if I heard? What if I gave? What if my hand reached out to everything with love? What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within His Spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. And I know the first step begins within me. What if I felt perfectly whole? What if my heart opened to everything with love? What knew only the truth? What if my mind accepted everything with love? What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within the spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. Yes, we're gonna be what we've come here to be. Oh, Mother, Father,
Begin Within Ministries proudly presents Sofa Sundays with your hosts, Reverend Dr. Michelle Izuku and Reverend Jeannie Sovereigns. Sundays at 11:11 a.m. Arizona time and rebroadcasts on Mondays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Come join us on the sofa every Sunday morning. Sofa Sundays with Michelle and Jeannie. Learn more at www.beginwithinministries.com. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.
No, we
No.
That sound I was hearing.
Hi, good morning. How are you? Yeah, so how are we doing? We just
You're good.
check in.
You're good.
Really? Because what's happening with me. I've got blank. Do you have us?
I have it. I can hear you.
Okay, good. As long as somebody has us, I'm good with it. So good morning. Hi.
Good morning. Look who's here.
I'm back. I'm back for a little while too. I don't have any trips planned.
Yeah, she's grounded.
Yeah, I'm grounded. I don't have
Miss
any
you when you're
trips
gone.
planned for a little bit. And then when I do, we're both going, but we'll both be here that Sunday, both Sundays
Yes, we're
on
here.
either side.
Yes, we're here.
Yeah, and then I have, I think I have some fall trips after that.
Whatever. I
Yeah,
might have a fall trip.
to go see
Maybe I'll have
my
a trip.
friends.
Trip or a fall trip?
Right? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, an autumn trip
Yes,
for.
let's get it right.
Yeah, we want to make sure we stay grounded with these new knees, right, and have that experience.
Oh
You don't
gosh.
need anybody falling. Right.
No
Good.
fall.
Good.
No. The only type of fall we can have is leaves. And I do miss the East Coast when it comes to that. The change of the leaves falling, and that's a very pretty thing. You can go to Flag. That's true. You can go up and Payson,
Not as good though.
but not as good as the East Coast areas. But yeah,
How are you?
I'm good.
How was your little trip? How was it?
Amazing.
Over there?
The last one I went to was Menifee, California, which I love. And
Hello.
yes, hi guys. It's so cool there. They're a great community.
And you
Just-
like going there?
I really do. Yeah. So I at least probably will set up 4 times next year. The other thing is I get to see my best friend who's only an hour away.
Aw,
So
nice.
she comes out and, we hang out that Saturday, and then Sunday I do my talk, and then I hang out with them, and I told them that I only want to be there on the first Sunday because that's when they have potluck, and that is an amazing time period to be there. So,
That's
yeah.
in Mexico.
No, that's in Menifee, but I did love New Mexico as well. I'm going to try other parts of New Mexico next year. I did love Las Cruces, but our friend Marcy is now in Albuquerque. So,
Marcy, we miss you all.
so I'll be
Katie.
Marcy and Katie, and I'll be trying to go up to Albuquerque and see if me and Marcy can tag team a situation on the stage. She did, yes.
She's barely moved here.
Yeah, she's out there now.
But
so.
now she's close to all the hubs, all the places that she kind of goes. So she's
Texas and Arizona.
Yeah,
so
so
she found a way to do that. So that's really great.
that is good.
And we'll
Yeah.
eventually be able to live stream our guests too. So
Yes.
I can totally see.
As soon as we can figure
us
out
doing that.
the camera we have,
A beautiful camera and one
We have a
thing it works,
wonderful
so one
camera
doesn't
that-
work, so
yeah.
it's not working today, but you can still see.
but you can still see us. It's, the frustration we go through from 10:15 on that creates.
Because if there was a rhyme or a reason, we would like.
We would have
I would
already
like to
corrected that
figure it out.
situation,
I know,
yeah.
It's just so random.
Yeah.
It's such a pretty camera, though. I'm looking at it.
It is a
All
pretty
its
camera.
beauty and-
Yes.
but no, not today.
So,
I want to say something very quickly before
Yeah.
we get going. There is an amazing workshop coming up on August 16th
yes.
that I really think you all should take a minute and check it out. It's posted in our Facebook group.
Yes.
This is a workshop that Reverend Jeannie is going to be giving live at Anton. And so for the second time, but first we get it here, right here for us, of course.
Of course.
we get it
Of
first.
course, I bring it to my peeps here first.
Right. So I just want you to take a minute and go read the post on it. If you got the email because you're on an email list, it's the same verbiage, the same information. But just reading through that, it's like, if you don't want to take this class, I don't know. That's kind of crazy.
It's going to be a
It's
fun,
so cool.
experiential
It's so cool.
workshop. So I would love,
And you want at least
Yeah.
a certain number to really play
right,
with it,
because
right?
there is some interaction with others to share your experience and stuff, not your selfie unless you want to. But it's interaction with
Right.
others to share your experience. So I would love for you to come out.
Yeah, it's not your
yeah.
Instagram selfie.
Yeah, no, it's not for that at all. It's for yourself. It's
Yeah.
a self for yourself.
It sounds so. It just sounds so good. I can't wait to get to take it for myself. I will obviously be there, but I just wanted to really give a shout out for that because we all know the kind of workshops that Jeannie does anyway. This one I feel like is even gonna.
I'll
Yeah.
be there.
Jump up and
Yay.
people already signed up.
Yeah.
So
You know,
I don't want
Okay.
anybody. I just don't want anybody to miss it. If you didn't realize that that's what that post was about, or that's what that email was about, please just take a second and once you read through it, if it just doesn't grab you, doesn't grab you. But I think a lot of people will be sad that they missed it. So I just want to make sure you know that. And then you're gonna be at Anton, you can take it a second time. You know?
Exactly.
But this is a great opportunity for Jeannie also, Reverend Jeannie also to just make sure she's got it how she wants it for Anton.
Right.
Also, again.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
So if nothing else, come out and help me.
All for Reverend Jeannie.
All for me. So I really thank you. I really would like to share this locally and have this experience. So
So feel free to share. Our group is public, so you can
Yeah.
share it on your feeds, share it to any organizations that you know that appreciate this kind of information. And I just lost my train of thought, which is normal for for me.
whatever. But where are we? And where's the class going to be?
Well, the class will be right here in our beautiful Unleash Your Life studios, which is the home of Reverend Dr. Michelle Whittington. We love this space. It's a feel-good space, and it converts very easily into workshops because we've got tables, all kinds of good stuff here. So it's a beautiful space just to be here every Sunday. We're so grateful for that. So if you're going to come see us, you're still early. You're still not late.
You're
Head on
not late.
over if you're local, and for the class, you'll want to be here too. So where is it
What's the
exactly?
address?
It is 7220 North 16th Street, Building A1. It does say Unleash Your Life on the front window. And when we're here, we have the girls on the door.
Our logo, yeah. Our logo.
And that's in Phoenix. We're located between Northern and Glendale, so you can find us. And also, please go to unleashyourlife.us to find out more information about Reverend Dr. Michelle's
Not me, the other one.
offerings.
The other one.
Reverend Dr. Michelle Whittington's
Yes.
offerings here. She has classes, events, and you can also rent this space.
Yes. So, and she doesn't. I don't even know if she likes that we do that, but we have to give a plug out for her because she's so amazing, and we're so grateful that
We
she
are.
gives us a space
Absolutely.
for our ministry. Is there anything else we normally talk about before we get going?
Nope.
Is that it? Okay.
That's it.
Would you pray us in?
I will.
Ooh, we get a Reverend Jeannie pray in this morning, boys and girls. Here we go.
So knowing and affirming that in this sacred tone, that there is one power, one breath, one energy, and this one is the divine. the universe, God, Allah, whatever you call this sublime, energetic force of nature and universal goodness. That is all there is. And that is here now. And that is who I am. And each person within the sound of my voice and beyond. So I speak my word for the highest and best good of this time together, knowing that we are open from the top, open to receive all that there is in goodness, through words, through actions, through intuition, through our heart-centered connection, whether in person or online. And that today, this energy, this health, these cells that are us, that make up these human suitcases that our spirit is in, I know that they are energized because that's all there is divine love, source energy in, through, and as us. And for this, I am so grateful. I say thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, life. Thank you, universe. And I let it go. And I call it good. And together we say, and so it is.
Woo-hoo, she's doing it.
Yeah, I had to get my hands warmed up for it. There we go.
Yes.
So it really shot out there.
Yes.
You know, because sometimes it's harder to shoot it out. I love this month's theme.
I love this month's theme.
I love this.
Which is
health and well-being.
yes, because we all need some more of that. We need to focus on that intentionally.
We do.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of time periods that I have spent trying to be spiritually healthy or mentally healthy and forgetting all about my physical health. You know, because, well, one, it's been harder.
We do, yeah.
It's harder. It takes, I'm going to say it. It takes me a serious commitment to something I'm not really thrilled with doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, right? I love to pray. I love to meditate. Like, this doesn't take so much for me to do, right? But man, getting up every morning and doing 10 minutes, that's all I do, 10 minutes of yoga, so that this body could move and stretch and be more energetic in the day. I mean, it takes commitment. And here's another thing. Water. To water myself. You're basically a house plant. You need water and sunlight, right? So to do that for myself, because I would rather drink coffee. I would love my kombucha. I mean, I love that stuff, but it has so much sugar in it. I'm not allowed to indulge as much.
We have to watch the sugars.
I have to watch my sugars.
We're both watching.
Yeah,
the sugars.
we're all watching our sugars here. And that has been a commitment that has been a little more difficult for me. And, you know, I went to see my doctor recently, my oncologist, and he's like, we were talking about my sugars, and he goes, wow, you really brought them down since, you know, the last time. I said, well, yeah, I've really made a commitment. That is how I do things, apparently, previously, up until this point, is with a 2x4. You know? You want me to be committed to something. Oh, I guess we have to do this. And I, again, up until this point, previously, that's been my experience, because I really would like to know that this human suitcase is mine to take care of, right? I heard you laughing during my prayer. Body bag. There you go. Like, you know, it's just the suitcase my spirit is traveling in this time.
I like to say space too, but it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Like, this is what my spirit's traveling in. And, you know, as a person who's had a lot of emotional baggage over the years.
Oh my goodness. It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's
You know,
This is how
previously
you know.
up until this
What you
point.
speak of.
Yeah. So yes, this is why I think this is such an amazing topic, because we all have our thing, right? We all have our thing, right? That if it's the water consumption, or if it's the sugar that we shouldn't be consuming, or if it's the exercise or PT for those of us who are doing our PT, like there is things that we're not so excited about doing, yet we make the commitment to take care of ourselves because I want to be around. I want 58 to be midlife, okay? That's what I'm looking forward to. 116 people.
Yes,
You know,
ma'am.
like I want this to be midlife, right? Well, you know. Okay, 120. You know, after that, I just didn't think. But I want, and in order to do that, I have to up my game. I have to be invested in this body because it's the one I have. You know,
Right.
so I've got to love it and take care of it and energize it. And I have all kinds of great tips for that today that I have
love it.
recently included into my life. So,
Love it.
yeah.
Well, and I agree with you 100% on all of this. Definitely want to be here for a long time. I have young children still. They're now just, my youngest two are 14, just started high school. And so I definitely want to be around for them as long as I can, being an older mother. But, you know, I think when you're talking about the 2x4, all that stuff, I always think of my mom wanting to quit smoking when I was a young girl. And anytime she would try to quit smoking, she was the meanest. If you ever met my mom, she's the nicest, most wonderful person. People love my mom. Like unconditional love was like over her forehead. Like everybody was like, I love your mom. Not if she wasn't smoking, you didn't love my mom. The moment the woman stopped smoking, she was so, sorry for the word, everybody,
Yeah.
bitchy. She was instantly bitchy to the point where you're almost like, do you want to get a cigarette?
You're like, I got extras
I
here.
want a cigarette, like somebody. And then eventually she would start smoking again because that just kept happening to her. And then one time she read this article about what they put in cigarettes to cause your addiction, right? Because they want you to be addicted so that you will continue to give them money. And when she read that, she got so angry.
Right, because now she'd been manipulated.
That's it.
Mhm.
That's it. She got so angry, she quit, and we didn't even know she quit. She quit,
Interesting.
and that bitchiness was gone. She was so
Right.
mad.
She decided she was done with it.
She
Right.
was so mad, and she was
Motivation
like that.
and perspective.
Right. You get to the point where you're just fed up, and that's it. And we were like, "Oh, what? What is happening?" And I'll never forget that because it was like so. So I said, "Can I read the thing that you read?" And yeah, I'd be mad too. So it's interesting because my husband and I this weekend have been talking, and we are no longer going to be drinking alcohol for the same reasons because it's a poison, and I don't care. Everybody do what you want to do. I'm not preaching to anybody.
Right.
But we've decided because we want to be healthy, we want to be our best selves physically, along with mentally,
And the
emotionally,
sugar
whatever.
in it. No.
Right. And because my last blood draw had me pre-diabetic, so I can't be messing around, right? I can't, like, we're not, so like, what are you doing? You know,
Yeah.
be serious, be intentional. So we both like, yeah, and I get angry. I got kind of angry when I learned some things about alcohol, very similar to my mother feeling that way about drinking, about smoking, and sugar is the same thing too. Both of them, I'm really kind of angry about it. So it got
You're right.
that kind of has gotten me to the point where it's like I'm so angry about it that I don't want it now.
Yeah.
You know, and even like a couple times I've driven home, I have like a stressful day, and I'm driving home, and my mind's like, I should stop and get like, no, you're going straight home. I will not. I'm so mad about it. I went straight, and I know if I get home, I'm not going to go back out.
Right.
So once I'm home, I'm tired. I'm not going.
What aspect of it angered you? I'm interested.
That I feel like I've been manipulated, that I've been tricked for it to be something that I want, and that it's not a good thing for me.
And then it's in everything.
It's in everything. It's advertised on everything. Everything you see, every show you watch, everybody, all the adults, all the cool people, they're all drinking. So it's like, and I told my husband this weekend, I said, and you know, here, I remember thinking to myself when I'm an adult, that's like, I'm an adult, I can drink now. Yeah, I can poison myself now. Okay, good. Good for you. Go ahead, poison. Like, like what? So I didn't know that. I don't know that I thought of anything of it, good or bad. I don't know that I even considered what it was doing to my body. But now that I've looked into what it does to my body, I'm pretty upset about it. That I didn't know that, and that I've been doing that, and I love my body, and I do want to also be
Right.
healthy and be here, so it doesn't work. So if you take like the formula, if anybody in here has read Think and Grow Rich, that formula that he has you create about the money, You pick an amount of money and you say, I want this amount of money. And then the next step is, what am I willing to do to receive it? You do the same thing about your health. I want to be whatever your vision of your health is, and what are you willing to do to receive it? For me, immediately stop drinking, stop eating sugar. It was obvious for what I want.
For what
you
you
may
want,
have your own answers, maybe something totally different, and get back to the commitment of working out. So we've been doing that last several days. We're like in the gym, and he even went out with a friend last night, and he called his friend and said, hey, just want you to know. And his friend was like, oh, let's get it. That's awesome, And I said, what's funny is the tides are changing.
Yeah.
Because more and more people aren't like, what do you mean you're not drinking? What's the matter with you? Like,
and
that's been the culture.
And you know how that is?
How should that be part of a relationship?
And it is. Everybody gets a drink. That's like how you do it. Like, wow.
And the generation, not millennials, but what's the one underneath them? The zennials.
Yeah.
And yeah. But what they have done, and you see them popping up, are mocktail bars are coming up, because people want that community and they want that after hours thing. They want the social part of it without the hangover, without the sugar. Well, I don't know. A lot of those drinks are going to be sugary too, but the different themes.
But a lot of them are working out.
Yes.
And taking care of their bodies are important. And you're not going to the gym if you've been out all night drinking.
No.
It goes against. You're fighting yourself.
Yeah. So the different things, the tide is changing with that. Remember, and like when you're talking about smoking, again, I'm a 2x4 person. I had quit smoking, and I had done that in 2018, but I decided to vape nicotine so I was doing that for like a year until I found out I had cancer in my lung, and then I had to quit vaping. And I quit vaping the day I had surgery, like in the hospital bathroom. Like when that was the level I was at, but I knew I blew it. You know what I mean? Like there's a certain thing where you're like, oh, once you lose a lung, you have part of your lung, that's it. You don't get to put stuff back in it, and if you've been around me 10 seconds, I'm in recovery. So I feel the same way about alcohol. It's like, I drank enough alcohol to where when I was 30 years old during cancer treatment, they said I had the liver of a 50-year-old alcoholic. Okay. So I did my time. Yeah. I made sure I got it all in, and now we're good. So there's those things where you're like, I did that. I know. Yeah.
What I struggle with is that first step. And that's what you're talking about. You identify what you want to have happen and what does it take. And at the beginning of this year, I felt so in control of my health, and my visit to my sister really helped with that. And I was by the time she left, I had processes in place to prop up the things that I wanted to have happen with my health.
Nice.
That my life got hijacked. And I was traveling back and forth to Texas, and I couldn't maintain my food routine. Then I was in a hospital for 2 weeks. And it's like all that momentum that I built up in February seems to have dissipated. So yesterday at a certain class I'm in, the leader of that class forced me to make a commitment.
Oh my gosh!
To doing what the first step is, which I haven't identified yet, and so that will take some time.
Right.
And meanwhile, I'm trying to find ways to get around it, and it hurts. I'm upset with myself. I'm upset with having surrendered to circumstances. I mean, I guess I don't fault myself because I understand, and I'm human, and my emotional immune system has been compromised, but I need to get that strength back, and I'm step by step I'm doing that. So I actually did go the first step, which is dealing with my cookie addiction, and I switched it to rice cakes.
There you go.
And they satisfy. I happen to like them. They've got some different flavors, and so that's my first step towards eliminating sugar, or getting the sugar count down.
Sugar is an addiction.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
And so, and I've told you what it was like for me to stop having sugar earlier this year.
Yeah.
And literally walking in the grocery store, it's talking to me the whole time.
Yeah.
You could just
Don't go down that
just
aisle.
get that, and nobody will
Not
know. I'm
eat
like,
any
I don't
candy.
know. Would you stop talking to me? You know, it's like, and that made me more mad. It made me more mad. Like the whole system's rigged. Like everything you look at, everything has got sugar, 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 sugar. Like,
Well, and Kim brought home my
not-
favorite cookies, and she asked me point blank, do I need to hide these in my room? And my first reaction was shame. Because I couldn't control myself. I would, in the middle of the night, I would go into her
You'll
drawer
find
and
it.
get her cookies.
You'll get
And
it.
I paused, I felt the shame, and then I said, why don't you do that?
Thank you for giving yourself grace.
Yeah.
I appreciate that because I think that perpetuates it.
Mm-hmm.
Or feeling upset at yourself, or
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like I let myself die to do whatever. Like that just keeps it going. Like, no, I did my best, and now I'm going to start over. And now I'll start over again, and I'll start over again, and I'll start over again if I have to. What? It's
But
part of
that
my
was a
experience.
point of responsibility for me, saying
Yeah.
yes, put them in your room so I don't in there and do it.
Good. Yeah, exactly.
Just think I had to start doing walks. Used to be my kitchen table. And I said to myself, this is in the car. I am not going to use this car. If I want to stand out in 110-degree heat, that's what I have to do if I insist upon having this. So I won't even eat a candy bar in my
Good
car.
job.
Nice.
I will drink
Yeah.
water or drink soda, but I will not eat anything. And so far, I've had the car about 2 months, and I've managed not to eat in there. And it's been tough because I'll be driving down the road thinking, man, it would be nice to have this. I don't want to stand outside and eat it.
Right.
So
There you
that's
go.
one of the steps I've taken to try to prevent myself from
I
doing
love that. I love that. Some of those things work really well. You know, it's like accountability partner with yourself, really. But yeah, I think that definitely putting those things in place. If you say that to yourself, this is what I want. This is what I envision for myself in whatever area of life, whatever you're looking at. This is we're just talking about health, and you say, and what am I willing to do in
I love
exchange
that,
for
yeah.
it? In exchange to receive. It's a cyclical thing. You have to give to receive, right? The giving comes first. The giving comes first, not the receiving. Giving comes first. So what do I willing to give to have this thing? You already know.
Like a trade-off.
You already know. You'll get the answer like that. Like I got it right away, and it was like, you know. But you know, and then sometimes it is hard to start doing it. That's why you have the class. That's why you have accountability partners, and that you would say, hey, this is going to be tough for me. Can you help me? You know, can you help me just to check in with me? Or like, how's that going? And there's no shame. If you have to say, I had a candy bar in my car today. Okay, well, what are we going to start doing tomorrow? Not having candy bar in my car today. You know, like,
Right.
Right.
But it's
Just-
easy to justify once you've had that first one.
right.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Once you do it once, it is
Reset.
easier to justify, right? So it's better to keep that boundary. And I know that about myself too. You know, I'm not one of those people that just have a bite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a one chip
There's
person.
no such thing as an empty bag or a
Yeah.
full bag of cookies.
I'm not a one chip person. I'm not a one M&M. I'm not a one bite. Okay, so now that I've, with that,
She's not a one by
I'm not a one. And so for me, staying away is my better thing because as long as I don't have the taste, I don't have to follow it.
Just like if I don't bring it home.
Right. If I don't
That's
bring
my
it
rule. I won't buy treats. I won't buy stuff. And everybody, I know my kids hate that we don't have any snacky treat things in the house. My husband's always like, we have nothing like that. I'm like, right. I don't bring it home.
You see those
I'm not
memes
eating
too.
it.
You see those memes, right? That says apparently the healthy me went shopping and now the snacky me is mad. You know, because there's nothing in here.
But that's like your card. I know
Yeah.
that about
Yeah,
me.
me
If it's
too. I
in
don't
the
drink
house,
it.
and I will get it.
Sugar snacks.
Right.
I will not get it. Right. So I have fruit.
Seasoned pretzels or whatever.
Yeah, I have fruit or other things, but I won't bring certain things into the house. Like ice cream cannot be in my house. You know, I used to hate that with Ed when I was, because he would bring always ice cream, and I'm like, oh my god, that's like a thing.
Right.
It's a trigger for me.
That's the thing I like to eat.
I love it.
So I was coming through because every cell in my body vibrates with energy and health, right?
Man.
So the first one I found was in The Way It Works on page 35. This universal life and energy finds an outlet in, through, in all that is energized. and through everything that lives. There is one life back of everything that lives. There is one energy in back of all that is energized. This energy is in everything. There is one spirit back of all expression. And so that to me was like, okay, this is what's in my cells, right? Because that's one of the things that I think about when it comes to energy. And that's what food is, right? We consume food. That's our gasoline to move ourselves going forward. And there's the cheap gas, right? You can get cheap gas and you're going to hear the knocks and pings, not to be a Chevron, commercial or whatever. But, like you'll hear the knocks and pings in your tank if you have the cheap gas,
Right.
and then
Fuel yourself efficiently.
Exactly, right? Like, let's do that. And the first one was feed our cells. Choose vibrant, colorful, whole foods. Hydrate well so that our cells can hum at their best and highest frequency. So that was like the first two things that I realized I needed in my refrigerator and in my body, right? Because I am that person where vegetables went to die.
Yes.
Like I bought them. There was salad. It was green when it got there.
What's this little
Too much effort.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
head of lettuce.
They're carrots. They were plump and wonderful, and then they got dried up. Yeah, like that is where there's a drawer in my house, in my refrigerator, and I did because the healthy me went food shopping. And then the non-healthy me was like, I ain't eating that. So the 2x4, when it came to the sugars coming in, it was like, okay, Jeannie, now we've got to eat this stuff. We have to eat the things that are good for us.
Right.
And that has been easier said than done, but I am moving. I am moving into that realm to where that is something that I now think about in the morning before I go to work. Okay, what can I take with me that is, because there's the other place. I leave my house. I leave the healthy food. I go to work. If I forget to bring lunch with me, I'm ordering out.
We're all like that. Yeah.
I love that. Abby said on purpose sometimes. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just inspired me.
Well, that's what I'm here for. Just an
Oh,
FYI.
thank
Yeah.
God. Because I remember the joy I had. I used to make Freedom her lunch every day.
Mm.
And it was, and like all her people she worked with were eating fast food, and she's like, I have all this healthy food.
Right.
Well, I've been spending like $10 a day running out and grabbing lunch from the office. I'm gonna start packing my lunch.
Absolutely. That really has changed.
Saves me money too.
It exactly. It does save money, and it saves.
Have you ever taken your lunch and still gone up for fast food?
Yes.
I have. I'll be honest, because I have coworkers that where that's sometimes the only time period that we actually have like interaction, throughout the day. And I'll hear, oh, do you want pizza, Mexican, whatever? Like, well, oh, and I'll be like, Chinese. Oh, when I hear you want Panda Express, I'm like, gosh, yes, I do. And I'll order the fried rice versus the broccoli vegetable scene, so I'll order. It really is. So, yes, I have done that before. But again, giving myself grace, this isn't going to be an overnight thing because my eating habits and what I learned to eat was not an overnight thing.
Right.
So I give myself grace to change that, right? Hi, sexy. How are you? This sexy man just came into our group here.
So fun.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing I wanted to say also is when you're setting new goals for yourself. I've taught you guys before the set and reset. Right?
Yes.
To say I'm the kind of person who does this, so I'm the kind of person who doesn't eat in my car. And so you say that to yourself, well, I'm the kind of person who doesn't eat in my car.
I'm the kind of person who saves money and takes my healthy food to lunch.
That's right. I'm this kind of person. I'm this kind of person. Start stating, instead of saying, Like I almost said, and I say this to myself, I don't have any willpower. If it's in my house, I have no willpower in my house. Why am I claiming that for myself? I don't want to claim that. I'm the kind of person who eats healthier. I'm the kind of person who takes care of myself. Or I'm the kind of person who loves my body.
Right.
And therefore, if I love my body, what am I going to do next? I'm not going to eat that. I know that that's not helping me.
Right.
I'm not going to go have this or that because I already know the answer to that. That doesn't work. Oh, you have something?
She's telling the truth. I attempted it many a time with the Aaron Donuts or
Yeah.
cookie or chocolate even last night. I got milk here. People listen. No, I shouldn't.
And it is hard.
You gotta
that
milk
can
it
be
back.
hard. You know.
But I have grown past that because that new thinking has gotten stronger.
Right.
So I would encourage you guys to, when you're working on this, as we're talking about this and you're working on that, you're looking at where do I want to be healthier in my life, make some new set points, some new things that you say to yourself about yourself. And then you'll know what is that. If I'm this, then what am I doing? Because if I say I'm this and that other part doesn't match anymore, it no longer aligns. You've just changed what aligns with you.
Right. And when you talk about that with the set and reset, that applies to everything, not just food.
Right.
We are concentrating this month on health and the well-being, but that is the same thing. We've talked about that with abundance. We've talked about that with our mental health and our spiritual treatments and stuff. So that is a great tool. And if you don't know what we're talking about, shoot us an email and we'll send you some information on set and reset.
Yeah, because that workshop's going to be in September.
Yes. So that'll be coming up as well. So we are here, in case you're new to us and you've just found us, you were scrolling through Facebook or YouTube and you found us.
All those new members we just
got on. If you just found us, what you need to know about us is we're here to help you live a life you love living with practical tools. And our practical tools come from practical research. In other words, what we've done that hasn't helped, we have found ways to help. And we're sharing it with you. I mean,
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
There's religious science bent on prayers and stuff, but overall,
we have done the research for you. That's what I used to tell my daughter. Look, I've already made the mistakes.
Beta tested.
Here, I have beta tested. There you go.
That's not going to work for you. I've already told you.
So I got another.
Which page?
We are on page 164.
Got you.
And this is the part of the Science of Mind textbook. I lifted up, but all you're seeing is my stickers. But this is the Science of Mind textbook. Then we are in the part of the book where we talk about mental and spiritual mind treatment. And if you're new to religious science, all that means is affirmative prayer. Okay? And so this part here talks about how treatment should be incorporated in our lives. And it says, 164.2, treatment should incorporate a conscious recognition that health has always been ours. Abundance has always been ours. Happiness and peace, guess what? Has always been ours.
Yeah.
They are ours now, for they are the very essence and truth of our being. So we're not asking you to create anything. It's already who you are. We have shared the story of the golden Buddha covered in clay many times. And if you go to any New Thought church, I think you hear this at least once.
Yes, they share that.
But basically what this was about was when the army came in and wanted to steal everything from the monks in the area, the monks decided to hide their big golden Buddha, was huge, same thing, in clay to keep it from being stolen. And the army slaughtered all the monks and had no idea, and they just thought it was clay and they moved on. And hundreds of years later, it's being moved, it cracks. Some guy thought he was in big, big trouble. And when they realized what was underneath, the clay fell off and there was gold underneath. That's us. We are golden, right? But we put a lot of stuff on top of us. We talked earlier about some shame.
Tell us, things
Yeah,
we say, things
we
done, like whatever.
we stuff ourselves with that and plaster ourselves with that clay. And inside, once that cracks, we see the shine, the light that we actually are. And that's because that's who we've always been. So now the goal is to see it in ourselves. You know what? I can see it in you.
I can see it in you.
Right? But when I look in the mirror, you know, sometimes I have that worthiness thing, right? When I'm looking in my own eyes. But I can hold the truth for you.
Right.
Right?
For you.
Right? So that's where we got to remember that for ourselves as well. I think that is probably the bigger movement that I've had over the last decade, is knowing that for myself.
Right.
You know?
And I would add, like, that's why I would say, like, give yourself grace.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be angry. If you do have goals, especially around anything, but your health specifically is what we're talking today, and you do have a day where you didn't hit the goal, don't be mad at yourself. That's putting clay on yourself.
Yeah.
That's how we stick. We don't realize that we're doing that. We're covering ourselves, our truth up. Give yourself some grace. Allow yourself the journey of getting yourself wherever it is you want to go. It's just a part of the journey, the so-called mess up and then the reboot and
Right.
all that's a part of it. There's no shame in that game. There's none. Just
I love that. No shame in that game.
Just keep moving forward. And if someone happens to see some of your cracks, good, let them see.
Right.
Because that's the way we're going to get that out. We need
Absolutely.
to show our light and the truth of what we are. And that gives everybody else the opportunity to do the same thing.
Right. We've talked about that too, about being
Yes.
authentically
Be-
ourselves.
Because we are that.
Yes.
We are that golden Buddha.
We are.
Right there.
So the second one I have to move the energy, and we're going to start doing this one too, is to stretch and dance. And we've signed up for belly dance classes.
I didn't even tell my husband.
Oh, yeah, we did. Look, I'm out there. And he's
One
like,
time as a youngin', I did
yeah,
that.
yeah. You know what? Because it was a
I
thing.
wanted to be able to do something.
Right, to do that kind of thing. But it's about movement. It's about taking these bodies and moving them and increasing our circulation.
Well, belly dance is all
oxygen.
about appreciating yourself. Like no
Right.
shame. There's no shame. in that.
Exactly.
Also
I mean,
raises your vibration.
exactly, right? And anything that raises your vibration helps raise the world's vibration, right? Like, so it's not just about our individual selves. As we raise the vibration, then that is contagious. And it really is. That is one of those things that I'm just like, let's do this. And drumming's another one. And my partner does drum circles, and this is another way to get the vibration up, to get the energy flowing and moving. I'm doing the yoga. I haven't been very good about my bike, but I'm doing my bike, swimming and moving in the pool has been easier for my knee than, on the concrete. So those things, get moving. My goal is to hike. I want to hike again. It has been so many years since I've been on North Mountain.
Now you got good knees.
Yeah, I'm getting
Ready
there.
to go.
Yeah.
Ready to go. Exactly. Yeah. I think that's a very therapeutic thing, is to get moving.
Yes.
I mean, my husband and I talk about getting in nature too, like
Oh,
being
for sure.
a part of the earth and being around nature is important too. So moving, being a part of nature, nourishing your body, there's all kinds of ways to stay.
Yes.
To just make little changes. If you don't have to do everything overnight, we're not.
No.
Like, that's part of the problem too, is that we just want to do everything right away. Like, sometimes you have to move with yourself. If you've never done some of these things, if you've never worked out, if you've never, ridden a bike or done any of this stuff, like, give yourself some grace around just.
And that's why I only
one
do
time,
10 minutes of
just-
yoga.
Right.
Right? Because that's the amount I can commit to right now, and there's YouTube videos for it. So that
I just told my husband recently that I walk 20 minutes. When we go to the gym, I'll walk for 20 minutes, but I never wanted to do that. That was never something I wanted to do. But one day I decided I was going to do that, and it was miserable, completely miserable. Well, this has been a couple of years now, and now I can just get on the treadmill and walk for 20 minutes. It's not a big deal. And actually, if I go to work out first, I feel like I'm missing something.
you didn't
I
get your
don't
warm
like
up
that
in.
feeling, so I go back and I do that now, and I watch a little show while I'm doing it. So it doesn't happen. It doesn't just happen like that. But if you know it's something good for you, sometimes you have to just start it and get it built up to the place where your body starts to say, oh no, I do love that.
Yeah.
Actually, I do love it. Right now, it's foreign, and the body is like, no, I don't want it.
Yeah.
But eventually, if you do start to do it, and it's healthy, your body does like that.
Right.
And
It'll
become
appreciate
the new norm.
it.
Your new norm. Exactly. So I don't know. That's a lot, but a couple practices we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely decide what you want,
Mm-hmm.
and then what are you willing to do in exchange for?
Right.
You want healthy in what? Be specific. What is it specifically that you want in your life in the healthy and wellness area for this particular talk? But you could do it anywhere. And then what are you willing to do in exchange to have it? And you already know. You don't have to call anybody.
Exactly. You
know.
know what you want for you.
When someone says like, I don't know how to get healthy or whatever, like, no, you already know. It's eating and exercise. Like, we already
Right.
know.
I might have to call.
Yeah.
You can call me.
It can be so funny when, people will say,
What
will say that and, like, okay, well, the magic pill or the magic shot or the magic, look, less calories, more movement. That's the magic. Period. But the fact is that takes commitment. And I, like everyone else, I have to make that commitment to myself.
And the set points help with those commitments.
Yes. And then the last one that I had on my 3 ways to support this card of every cell in my body vibrates with energy health is to use this as an affirmation with your meditation, with deep breathing, to remember this when it's hard to remember.
And I have a good meditation to close us out today.
Oh,
for our ending prayer. Yeah.
Awesomeness. I love
and
that.
I love that you brought the Buddha because you somehow already knew.
Oh, good.
Yeah. It's a thing.
It is.
It's totally
It really is. I missed you.
I missed you too.
I really have been gone most of the summer, haven't I?
I know, but wasn't it fun seeing my husband up here last
It
week?
was.
Yeah.
It was.
Awesome.
Yeah. It is awesome. And I so, the sacredness of the sofa is a place, when I meet new people in different places and they're like, oh, tell me about your church. And I explain what we do. People are like, wow, really?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it's really about that conversation and making it bite-size, available movement for ourselves, for life, for how we can be better each and every day. It's not about,
being scripted,
right.
I love how we just let it flow. And it's always like having my husband here and whoever sits here. Usually it's us, and we've started this, but sometimes we have other people up here, and these are people we've not. I obviously talk to my husband all the time, but other people I've never even talked to before this way. And if you just open yourself up, spirit flows through, and then you're got all these aha moments, like, wow, that was
right.
And nothing is scripted.
And it's always so cute.
Letting it flow through.
It's always so cute when we invite somebody new and they're like, okay, well, what's the topic? What do I need to know? I'm like, well, here's the topic. And
there's nothing.
I cannot guarantee what's going to happen or if we'll even stay on topic.
Exactly. I love it. So anything else from anybody? Are you guys feeling good?
Good.
Okay. So if you'll ding us in, we'll
I
start the
will.
meditation
Wonderful.
Here. All right. Let's take a deep breath and close your eyes if you feel comfortable. With the next inhale, I want you to see a golden light illuminating over your head. Let it grow bigger to the point where it starts to overflow. And with each inhale, it reaches the next part of your body. And it slowly flows down over your body, and as it does, as it passes by parts of your body, I want you to say to yourself, you are loved. You are the love. You are life. You are energy. And you are light. Continue to affirm that over your body, over every cell, as that golden light covers you. That you are love. You are life. You are energy. And you are light. Feel the warmth of the golden light. Feel it radiating through every cell. Recognizing the divine energy and love that permeates throughout all of your body. And as you feel that you have completed this, that it has washed over every cell, every inch, inhale again. Exhale and gently come back to the ground, opening your eyes when you're ready.
Thank you. I don't know that I was ready that I'm back.
I know, I kind of felt like, wait a minute, I did them for
Wait a
you
minute.
guys. Hold on a minute, let me just.
Wait a minute. Am I back?
So awesome. This was great. I am so grateful to be back. That was just
Me too.
awesome.
Thank you for being here with us today. We appreciate it. Love
Yes.
you all. And if you received what you needed this morning, if you felt that connection, felt inspired, felt like you have some new tools to create a life that you love, from your health to your wealth to
From your health to your wealth.
wherever
Yeah.
you are, whatever part of life that you are wanting to expand and elevate, this is the place for you. We'd love to have you be part of our community. We'd love for you to be in the room if you're local. Take that effort to bring yourself here, to spend some time with like-minded individuals. If you're not local, or if you just can't do that, online is great too. We love having you here with us.
Absolutely. And if you'd like to donate to us, please go to beginwithinministries.com and look at the donate part. You can donate one time, which is great, or you become a spiritual church club partner. And you can do that for $45 a month or $75 for a couple or family. And that allows us to continue our ministry and also bring things to our partners that people on the outside have to pay for, like our workshops, like the mugs that everything tastes better in. So there are many benefits to becoming a spiritual church club partner, and we'd love to invite you to do that as well.
We would love that, yes. And then another way you can help support us is also to like and share our feed on here. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do so on YouTube. That's at beginwithinministries.com. And also we're not sure where you're watching us on, but we're also on the Facebook group called Sofa Sundays and
Yes.
Instagram on Sofa Sundays. So be a part of our community. We love having you here.
Yes.
And
And,
thanks for being here, those of you with us today.
you know, next week,
What's it? What is it?
oh, let me tell you, let me just give you a little. Next week is I love and care for my body, and it cares for me. So
Yes.
that sounds
That's
good.
a good one.
Who knows what we'll come up with, but join us and find out with us.
And don't forget about Rev Jeannie's workshop.
My
Please
workshop
go
next
check that
Saturday,
out.
2:00. See you there. All right. I think we got it
I
all.
think we're doing well. And thank you, Lyric, for being with us
Yes,
today.
Lyric's back.
Yeah. Aw, and she's so cute.
She is.
Yeah, you can end it now.
You
She's
can
like,
end
"I ended it."
Thanks for watching. Tune in again next week at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Time, or Monday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time.
partnership with New Thought Media Network.